We're out here looking at best practice rabbit control, and the key to that is the warren destruction. You've got to ensure rabbits don't have a place to shelter or breed successfully. You need to know what's the best way to do rabbit control, and you need to know what sort of contractor and the types of contractors you need to get to deliver best practice rabbit control. Best practice rabbit control. There are three main stages. The first is to bait, to knock down numbers, so you don't get rabbits digging back into warren systems. And then the key, that's the destruction of the burrow systems. This ensures rabbits don't have a place to shelter or breed successfully. That's the key to successful long-term rabbit control. Following up the ripping program is fumigation, spot baiting, to ensure that you keep rabbit numbers low and maintain them at those levels. This is what you want to see turn up. Now you know you're serious about rabbit control. When we've got an excavator or a dozer, we tend to use dozers where we've got larger areas where it's more continuous burrow systems, because they're just basically quicker. Dozers are good in very steep country, and dozers are excellent where we've got deep warren systems as well. Excavators are ideal for warren systems amongst rocks. They're ideal for warren systems near fence lines. They're ideal for moving rocks. They're ideal for those sort of situations where you've got warren systems that you've got to get to across a hillside. So why would you choose an excavator over a bulldozer?
Excavators are, for rabbit ripping situations, are probably best in tight rocky areas where you've got to be able to manoeuvre around objects, so trees, rocks. They can work in very steep country. They're a good tool to work with a dozer in a larger warren situation, but they've certainly got a good place where you've got tight access is an issue for rabbit ripping.
They can do bigger areas and yeah, get on really steep country and where no other machine can go.
When we're doing rabbit burrows, you can single rip or double rip. Single ripping is often used where burrow systems are shallower and the tines can get to the entire system. Those single rip systems are then backbladed because you still have to make sure rabbits can't dig back into the systems. With double ripping, you rip at 90 degrees to the first rip. This ensures an even more successful reduction in rabbits digging back in. This is followed by backblading. It's essential to know the depth of the burrow systems in your landscape. We use the excavator here with a bucket on to ensure that we can find where that depth is. And here it's defined by where the rocks are. So the burrow systems are 400 to 800, but we're running into rock at 1,000, and that's stopping those burrows being deeper than that. In other situations, it's the water table. But you need to find that out to ensure that your tine length is sufficient to be able to get to the burrows in your landscape. And the deeper it is, the bigger the machine and the more horsepower you'll need to do a successful job. With an excavator, you usually single rip. Cross ripping isn't as important because you can rip much closer together with excavators. With a bulldozer, the tines are further apart, and cross ripping ensures that all of the system is removed. With an excavator, you can get into much tighter spaces. You can get amongst and around rocks, and by tilting the tine, you can ensure that rock warren systems are significantly destroyed. So the tine on this excavator is 1,000 or a metre. This ensures that we can get to all of the burrow systems that are placed 600 to even 800 depth. Tine depth is absolutely essential to ensure that the whole of the burrow system has been destroyed, both above, through the burrow itself and below it. We've got a tine depth here of 700 mil. We've got burrow systems that are 300 to 400. This is the key to successful long-term rabbit control. When you're doing rabbit control, it's essential to be able to find all of the burrow systems when the program's running. To do this, you GPS those burrow systems and you use a spotter, a person who assists the dozer or excavator driver to find those burrows when the work's occurring. The excavator and bulldozer driver can't see all the burrows from inside that cabin. The spotter ensures they're found and they're properly treated. So how do you find a good contractor in your local area?
Well, I'd talk to land care groups, local government departments, the Department of Ag, and just people, landowners in general.
What do you look for in a good contractor?
Well, it's important to have a contractor that's experienced in the tasks. It's important that they turn up with the right machinery, and it's also important that they've got a proven track record in rabbit control.
So you've ripped the burrows, you've track rolled, you've done all of the systems in your area. What next? It's monitor. It's check how that job went. It's your quality control now. If you've got greater than 10% reopenings, there's been some problem with your ripping. You follow up, and follow up is fumigate those burrows that reopen and ensure that you can keep rabbits down at low numbers. Monitoring's the key. You need more information on rabbit management? Talk to the Victorian Rabbit Action Network. Do your job on rabbits.